Hey guys, welcome back to Asagao Academy. Valentine's Day was yesterday, huh? I'm recording this on Valentine's Day. It'll be Valentine's Day yesterday when you see it, Man, you know what I love? I love labelless macaroni. I cooked this macaroni with my tears. You didn't use filthy tap water. I used my tears because I'm sad. We're only halfway through the month right now, but we got an entire other half of a month to go. But we're still gonna be doing dating simulators. Got a few good ones lined up. I'm just saying that guy I played Cookie Clicker for hasn't responded yet on the video. So hey, man, if you're watching, I don't know. So welcome back to Asagao Academy. In the last episode, we ran into Shane, and he was in this classroom being all dark and brooding. We were given the choice: try talking to him or give him his space. Now, Shane clearly came in here to be alone, and I can understand that, okay? I like being alone on Valentine's Day, because, at this point I don't even care. It's like I've just become so sad and depressed that I can't care anymore. So I say we give him his space, I chewed my lip and opened up my book, finding the page I ended up on. I ended on the night before. Sorry, I haven't played this in a while. Episode 2 and 3 were pre-recorded. Shane's stare still stung hot on the side of my face. Did I make a wrong choice? He wasn't looking away. I stared at the page of my book, rereading the same sentence without grasping at any of what it said. Finally, a small group of girls entered the classroom, and Shane looked away. The atmosphere was broken. I heaved a sigh of relief. What was up with these normal boots guys? John was really nice when I spoke to them, but PVG and Shane seemed to hate me. They were anything but normal. What is normal, really? I waited for Mai to come to class, wanting desperately to tell her what had happened. But when the bell rang and Miss Shizuka started teaching, Mai still hadn't come. She's dead! She's dead! She was killed-fied to death and murdered. Rip Mai. Listen to this music. Class came and went, the bell rang, and I was alone. PBG stared at me for the entirety of his class period, his face growing more and more menacing by the minute. How his face wasn't stuck in a perma-frown, I would never know. Shane and John didn't bother talking to me as they left the classroom, and the other students paired up around me. Oh. Hey, Mimi, would you like to engage in a casual discourse this evening? Yeah, of course. I'm not good at What? What is your problem, Mimi? I don't care what you're doing, Plasma Sword! Heck off! But why are you... Wait, why are you talking like that? I don't know. I need to get, better female voices. I don't know. I stuck my book into my backpack and headed to the dorm. With a sigh, I unlocked the door to my dorm room. As soon as the door opened, I heard... Hannah! What? Mai and I lay in a heap on the floor. I'm so glad you came back! She wrapped her arms around my head and nuzzled me. What are you doing? Come, look! She got off me and helped me to my feet. Without Mai's face filling my vision, I saw that something had changed. Oh my goodness! The dorm room looked nothing like what it had before. The posters and fairy lights were still up, and now the window had pink curtains on that cast a warm breeze around the room. A brand new white carpet was on the floor, pillows were piled high, and a mountain on the top bunk of the bunk bed. Even our chairs had been replaced with new cushy leather ones. What did you do? Oh, hey, sponsor me, Arby's. I don't care. I need money to keep playing games. What the frick happened here?
I didn't tell you, but I wanted to surprise you. I thought this would come in yesterday, but it was delayed by a day. I wanted to set it up to be a big surprise. I'm still not done yet, though.
She gestured to a small potted plant. Oh wait, she gestured to some small potted plants arranged in neat rows on her desk.
Want to help?
Yeah.
Do I ever? We finished setting the room up, switching a few objects here and there in order to better facilitate the feng shui, which May told me was excruciatingly important. She especially wanted to make sure our room was filled with reds and pinks and coupled items, although for what purpose I wasn't sure. We collapsed with heavy sighs on the floor and heaved great big yawns. It's not even the end of the day yet and I'm so tired.
Me too. Wait!
She shot up suddenly with a jolt.
We should get some ice cream.
Really?
Ice cream? Really?
Yeah, something to celebrate being roommates. The ice cream here on campus is genuinely good, I promise.
I don't know.
I'm still uncomfortable with the guy in the underwear holding the teddy bear. I don't know. Hey, you do you, Hannah. Or, no, May. I don't know. There's too many people to keep track of. I don't know.
And I'm paying.
All right, let's go.
Well, if that's the case, you made an offer I can't refuse.
Darn right, Hannah.
Sweet, let's go.
The school shop was in a side building off the cafeteria, packed with instant noodles and giant bottles of soda. Students were wandering their aisles aimlessly, clearly here to spend time more than money. We are in the cafeteria! You need to come up with new backgrounds to show new places! And that is how visual novel game design works! Sorry. I'm very sad today. I paid the cashier and we grabbed our ice cream cones. Mine was the one covered in sprinkles. Whoa, this is delicious!
Yeah!
Isn't it? We're lucky to have such good food on campus. This place would be awful if we didn't.
I nodded. I was about to respond when I noticed a commotion outside.
Ooh, let's see what's going on.
Mai grabbed my arm and dragged me outside. There, 3 boys wearing normal boots jackets were shouting at each other, each of their faces turning purple. Okay.
This again?
What?
What are you talking about? I don't know what Paul sounds like. I'm clearly the one who possesses the proper masculine form. Yeah, right, I'm taller than you, more attractive to boot. Like, more attractive to normal boot? Come on, guys, can you not see these muscles? Nick pulled back the sleeve of his jacket and flexed his arm.
These guys always go on about weird stuff like this. They're very energetic.
Oh, yeah? Josh got into the downward-facing dog yoga pose and grinned. Look at this butt! Look at this butt! Look at this!
What I don't understand is why they don't just ask Jared.
Oh, yeah? Paul kneeled down to the ground and then took off in a sprint, heading straight for us.
Yeah!
Check this out! He sprang into the air in a graceful ballerina's leap, spinning through the sky. And finally, came straight for me? Oh. Crud, I'm dead now. I opened my eyes. I was sprawled flat on the ground, covered in dirt. Something cold and wet oozed onto the top of my no!
Hannah, are you okay?
I sat up. Chunks of ice cream fell from my blouse to my skirt. Dang it! I've been here 2 days! 2 days and my life is already falling apart! But then again, my life has been falling apart for the last 15 years and I've managed to keep myself alive until then, so I guess I'm pretty good at this whole surviving thing. Oh, what happened? You ran into someone, you idiot! My uniform. It's ruined. For a few seconds, silence, and then snickers rippled around me like whining of cicadas. What is a cicada? Cicada in B movie, then this, okay? Wait, Snickers? Hey, sponsor me, company that makes Snickers. I need money. My throat closed up, water stinging my eyes. No, not this again! I stood up and prepared to walk away with dignity when the entirety of the Normal Boots Club suddenly appeared in front of my face.
What's up?
What happened here? Seriously? Tears slid down my face. No, not here. I didn't want to cry in front of them.
Hey.
Hannah, are you alright? I'm going home. You don't have home. You have a dorm.
Wait, Hannah.
I know this is supposed to be an emotional moment, but the starter there, that was funny.
It's fine. I just want to be alone for now.
It took all of my will not to run back to the dorm. I immediately changed into my pajamas and climbed into bed, reaching for my stuffed rabbit. What am I gonna do if this ends up like last time? Mr. Bunny stared at me with his big lifeless eyes. I squished into my chest, losing myself in his soft fur. The door opened with a soft click.
Are you okay?
I rolled over in bed to face the wall, pretending to be asleep. Mai stood in the center of the room for a while, looking at me. Finally, she sat down at her desk and began to work on something. The sound of her pencil scratching against the paper stilled my mind. I don't know how many hours passed, but eventually I fell asleep. You know, interesting thing about falling asleep. Last night, yesterday, I actually ended up passing out at around 5 o'clock p.m., and then I woke up at 6:30, or like 6:28, and it's starting to get to that point in the year where, like, it's as dark as it is in the morning as it is at night. So, like, I was thinking, like, oh crud, I missed my bus. So I throw on a jacket and run out to my bus stop, and I sit there for a solid 15 minutes before realizing that it was actually 6:30 p.m. I'm an idiot. I woke up to my alarm beeping, feeling only dread of the hours to come after the nightmare that was the ice cream incident yesterday. I never wanted to take another step out of my room. I curled up inside my blankets as my alarm went off. It was only the second day of school, and I felt the same as I did every morning at home. Mai, of course, was already up, and I could hear her hair straighten her clap shut every few seconds from across the room. I felt bad about letting the alarm go off for so long, so I slid my hand out of the covers to switch it off.
Hannah? Hannah, get up, sleepyhead. I know you're awake.
I didn't even have time to poke my head out before Mai's body slammed into the edge of the mattress, bouncing me up. She jumped from almost halfway across the room.
Morning.
Ha! You can't hide from Mai.
Sorry. I was breathless. I paused to calm my heart before speaking again.
Are you worried about what happened yesterday? No one cares about it, Hannah. I almost forgot about it myself.
She must have seen my face. She brought an arm around my shoulder and pulled me closer to her.
For real, though, we're gonna go to class and no one's ever gonna mention that you made a heel of yourself yesterday.
You could have put that better.
I'm kidding.
Big scene, but it totally wasn't your fault. It was Paul, alright?
Yeah, Paul's a jerk. I'm definitely on the Paul route. I'm assuming there's a Paul route.
When you jump, you have to calculate your trajectory, just like I did now. You come from a master like me.
Get dressed and cheer up. I could bottle up your gloom and sell it to a wizard. And what if he used it for evil?
You can't let that happen, Hannah. Her smile was wide enough to bridge a gap between continents. The beginnings of tears pricked at the back of my eyes, but this time they were for a different reason. Yeah. Well, what the... Oh, I accidentally hit my button. I opened the closet and tried to avoid looking at the sad lump of clothing inside, slathered with dried up ice cream. I only had 2 uniforms, which cost my dad an entire month's salary. If I wasn't able to get this stain out of my uniform, what would I do? Sighing, I took my second uniform off a hanger and slipped it on as Mai waited impatiently for me.
Ready to go?
I guess so.
Yeah!
Good!
Alright, Mai. Just as Mai said, no one paid any special attention to me. Oh, there were a few odd looks here and there, but nothing nearly as bad as what I was expecting. As the lecture went on, my anxiety, for the most part, faded. It took staring out a window to avoid eye contact. A few boys were out on the field playing soccer. Wait, was that PBG? I stood closer trying to get a better look. Hana? At the sound of my name, I leaped to attention.
If there's something more interesting outside than the samurai death battles, please feel free to enlighten us. You came here to learn, not to contemplate the scenery.
Alright, if you're studying samurai death battles, then your school is the best school. All I learned is calculus. Who the hell cares about calculus? When the hell am I ever going to use calculus in my real life, huh? You can't tell me I'm ever going to use calculus. God. Yes, Miss Shizuka, I'm sorry. She turned back to the chalkboard and continued her lecture as if nothing happened. Is that Space Hamster? A few dots in front of me, a guy sitting next to Brutal Moose turned around and gave me a flashy thumbs up. I'm pretty sure that's not Space Hamster, because Space Hamster has more facial hair. And I'm pretty sure that's not Kid Icarus, because Kid Icarus normally wears a beanie. But then again, I was wrong about Brutal Moose. I made a face of unsure exactly what he expected me to do. Yep, there's Brutal Moose. Then Ian turned around and socked him in the head. The other guy mumbled something to him, probably apologizing. Ian's eyes slid to me for a brief instant. Then he looked away. Were they looking at me because of what happened yesterday, or is there some other reason? Nope, you just suck. I shook my head. There wasn't time for this. I had work to do if I wanted to keep my scholarship. After pages and pages of notes on Japanese history, it was nearly time for lunch.
Okay, everyone is almost free to go. The work tonight isn't so hard, so don't grumble. You should work together to complete it if you have a hard time. Also, as you may be aware, the Flower Festival is coming up in a week and a half.
Oh, flower festivals! Yeah! I love festivals and I love flowers, and when you put them together, you get a flower festival, and that is my second favorite thing next to memes about crippling depression.
Since you have the day of the festival off, our first exam will be the day before. There were no cheers this time. Romance is wonderful. Believe me, I know. But try not to let the festival distract you, okay? That's all. See you tomorrow.
Miss Shizuka flashed a peaceful sign and winked as she walked out the door. What a weird teacher. Wait, what do I even have a scholarship for? Oh, that lecture was so boring! Mai walked beside me, a tray in her hands, as we were shuffling through the cafeteria trying to find a seat. Didn't you say that yesterday?
Probably, but it's true for today, too. Help me! I'm gonna die of boredom!
We have an assignment to keep us busy, Mai.
What?
We already have work to do? How did you not hear that? Mai sighed dramatically and then leaned to the side, rested her head in the crook of my neck. I reached up to pat her head a few times, but she straightened before I could do it. Oh God, Hannah, Paul's walking over here! He's looking at you! Does that mean he's angry at you? Why is he coming over here? Do you think he's gonna kick you again? Paul, please don't kick me. The same Paul who humiliated me last night strode towards me. I instinctively backed away, but he kept coming closer. Hey, I'm glad I found you. He didn't look angry to me. In fact, he was giving me an odd, lopsided smile. I wanted to make sure you weren't hurt or anything. You ran off before I could properly apologize. I looked down at my feet. It was embarrassing enough that I ran off crying like a little girl, but to know that I made him feel bad is even worse. At the same time, the image of my room and uniform popped into my mind. I couldn't tell whether I was more angry or embarrassed, or whether I was feeling something else entirely. Got you pretty bad, didn't I? I think I ballerinaed too hard. He tilted his head to the side. It's a shame you're not wearing the uniform from yesterday. I like the pink splotches on you. It matched your hair. A deep, sick feeling crawled up from my stomach to sit in my throat. My dumb, stupid hair. Everywhere I went, people made fun of it! We're doing the rest of the episode without a hat. I'm not. Hey, Microsoft Edge, you heck off. Oh, woo! Woo! Yeah! Oh, yeah, let the hair out! Let the hair breathe! Woo! Woo! This is your fault, Isaiah! You did this to me! You did this to me, Isaiah! Woo! Everywhere people made fun of it. I thought the normal boots guys were different, and he was trying to apologize. How could he say something like that to me? Not for the first time I thought of dyeing it a different color, but quickly dismissed it. Paul was waiting for a response, my giving me a quick nod if I was warning me not to mess this up. I mustered up my best smile, hoping it was at least somewhat convincing. It's okay, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. And anyway, I'm more than happy to pay for the dry cleaning. Josh and Nick and I feel really bad about everything. We've never made a girl cry before. Well, not by physically injuring her, I guess. Thank you, but I was just gonna scrub it in the sink. Dad and I could never afford things like dry cleaners, so I was surprisingly good at hand washing things. That thing's gonna need more than just hot water and soap, trust me. Tell you what, I have a friend who's a natural with this kind of stuff. I'll ask her to get the stain out for you. Just meet me later and bring your uniform, okay? I'll try not to kick you this time. Without giving me time to say yes or no, he nodded and turned to leave. He spun quickly around. I flinched. Are you and, Mai, right? You guys have a table? The cafeteria is pretty full right now. You can sit if you want, just for today. Yes, we'll go right, Hannah! Lunch with the Normal Boots Club? Maybe I really could become friends with them. And then no one would bother me again. Not about my hair or the ice cream incident. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, please. Alright, follow me, ladies. He led us to the middle of the cafeteria where the Normal Boots Club sat at a table all by itself. Hey, you found her. You're Hannah, right? I don't know what Josh sounds like. I nodded, blushing as I took a seat at the edge of the table next to Paul. Mai forced herself in between Jared and PBG. Her eyes were only a few sparkles away from forming huge hearts. Real subtle. So, Hannah, we saw that you were upset and we're all worried. Are you feeling better? PBG looked at me, clearly concerned. My heart was beating out of my chest. I wasn't sure whether it was because I was nervous or because of the sad look at his face made me want to give him a hug. I never noticed how big PBG's nose is before. Or maybe it was because I was about 2 inches away from Paul and only an arm's length away from all the other guys. As I tried valiantly to open my mouth, whispers sped around the lunchroom. Look at those girls over there. Who do they think they are? How come they get to sit there? Wait, Preppy and Snooty sound the same. Oh, Trevor, you're better than this! You gotta come up with more voices to fit all these different characters! Alright, you can do it for Undertale, you can do it for this. I wish Senpai would notice me. Main characters get all the... That is a good joke! A good joke! Suddenly, my thoughts turned dark. Could it be that by getting close to these guys, I was setting myself up as a target instead of getting protection? My thoughts spun in my head. How suffocating. PBG was still looking at me, even more worried than before. I'm fine. Thanks for your concern. Please, don't feel bad. It was my fault for getting in the way. I'm sorry for causing such a scene. I should have controlled myself better. I hung my head. I wasn't sure how to act around these guys, so I defaulted to extremely polite. My father would have been proud. Hey, Anna, don't apologize. It was Paul's fault. Right, Paulie? Nick shoved Paul, who looked exasperated. I apologize as best as I could, Nick. Give me a break. It was a relief that PBG wasn't staring at me anymore. Almost no one was paying me or Mai any attention. Shane, however, was still shooting me a quick, suspicious glances. It was almost like he didn't want me there. I felt uncomfortable.
Hey, Hana.
Hey, Gerard. How do you like it so far, Hana?
Good, how about you? I mean, I like it here, thank you.
Gerard smiled at me and then turned away. I picked at my food. These guys were all wrapped up in their own conversations, and Mai was busy preventing hyperventilating from being so close to Jared.
I can feel his body heat.
Oh, dear.
Hey.
Oh, Satch. You doing okay, Hannah? Smiling Satch turned to me. You know, we can be overwhelming. You're fine, all right?
Yeah, I am. Thank you. Thanks for recommending me that book, by the way. It's been really good.
Do you like it? That's great. I figured you would. It's really funny, but the narrator's annoying. Yeah, he can be a bit rude. He pushed his glasses and then grinned at me. You were pretty quiet, but I knew there was more to you. I winced.
Sorry, I can be a bit of a wallflower.
Hey, no need to apologize. I'm sure we've all been wallflowers before. But that reminds me, Flower Festival. He turned to the group addressing them all. As if on cue, they all suddenly turned to him to pay attention. So, who are you all taking this year?
Right, the Flower Festival. Miss Shizuka mentioned it before.
What's the Flower Flower Festival? No one's explained it to me yet.
Well,
It's basically just a festival. Didn't you have those at your old school? We did have festivals at my old school, but they were basically just 40 kids grouped into one room sharing snacks they brought from home. Well, we had something kind of like them, but I stopped going.
Really?
Oh, why not? They're so fun!
I didn't really want to answer. There was no way I could say, well, my friends turned on me, so... Wait, hold on. So when I went, people pretended I didn't... Okay, hold on. Let me read this. Let me get my good reading eyes going. Ugh. There was no way I could say, well, my friends turned on me, so when I went, people pretended I didn't exist. But Mai was waiting for an answer, and everyone was looking at me. I'm just... not into that stuff, I guess.
Oh, well maybe you like this one more.
Ah, there's stuff in my eyes!
The Flower Festival happens all over Japan around this time of year, but it's a big deal in Higanbana. That's the town right next to Asagao. So there's apparently a myth about flowers that's somewhat important.
Foreshadowing! Supposedly the founder of I cannot pronounce things. Higanbana was an old man who got lost in the mountains and almost died of thirst. Flower Spirit came to him and offered him help in return for his vow to protect her home. They agreed, and she drained herself of all the water so he could drink. The man founded Higanbana to watch over the meadow in which he met the flower. In some versions of the myth, the man Flower Spirit fell... Jared is still sparkling. It's beautiful. Plot twist, Jared was a vampire the whole time. It's truly a romantic festival. One way to hope to find someone with which to make a vow of eternal love, just as the man the spirit did, to live on to protect the one they love. Jared winked and Mai swooned. Someone tells me I'm not going to be going with Jared, because if I do, Mai's going to frickin' kill me. So during the day of the Flower Festival, there's a lot of stalls set up, and you can play games, eat food, and go flower viewing. Then at night, there's a special meadow over by the temple where you can watch the flowers, and there's a bonfire and dancing. It's a lot of fun. We look forward to it every year. Asagao sells paper flowers in a little booth to raise money for the school, too. They're usually big volunteer drive beforehand, so people who are good at origami. Origami? I'm good at origami. I used to be so good with my hands and folding origamis, but now all I can do is fold my hands because I stopped doing origami. And now my hands are just useless meat sticks attached to my hands! My fingers are just stupid wiggly meat sticks! Really, Shane is too. Maybe you two could work together. Shane gave me a tight-lipped smile. Somehow I didn't think that would be happening. Hey, speaking of, I swear you rejected 10... Wait, hold on. I swear you rejected 10 girls last festival season. I mean, that's nothing compared to me, naturally. But there were so many girls with broken hearts. Even I couldn't mend them all. You still hung up on your English... Wait, hold on. You still hung up on your English girlfriend? Shane flinched, visibly taken aback, and then he shrugged. I don't talk to her anymore. Oh, Shane, I just want you to be happy, that's all. He wiped away a fake tear. Shane grimaced. How great would it be if someone asked me, maybe even, what the normal Boots guys did? No, I doubted that would ever happen. They were only letting me sit here because they physically assaulted me. It's great. I sighed and cut my beefcake with a plastic knife. So, any girls in mind, fellas? Beside me, Mai shifted nervously. Her eyes kept flicking from Jared to her french fries. She looked like a child who stole several cookies. Jared spread out his arms and raised an eyebrow, a god waiting for names to fall into his lap. I'm thinking of going solo this year, to be honest. Yeah, same. Man, you guys are boring. You aren't much better, man. I am on another level compared to you guys. I already got my choice picked out. There was quite a clattering next to me. Mai dropped her fork. Yeah, I'm sure you have. And it will probably be a new choice tomorrow. Jared flipped his hair with his hand. You know me so well. There's only so much time to make so many different girls' dreams come true. I must find the one who is most in need. So even if it's not about which one you like, huh? Nope. Well, Jared, you're a jerk. And you make fun of me. Alright, so I put the hat back on because my head felt naked without it. Just then the warning bell rang and it was time to head back to class. As everyone got up to toss their trays, I stood up and, overwhelmed with a sudden burst of feeling, shouted, "Thank you for letting me and Mai eat lunch with you today. I really appreciate it." Yeah, thanks. Hannah was having a terrible day and you guys cheered her right up. See you guys again tomorrow, same time? Mai tilted her head, eyes twinkling. Mai, Paul said we could almost sit with them today. That's cool. Paul waved a hand in dismissal, almost dropping his tray with the other. The cafeteria is really crowded and we have extra room at our table. People are too afraid to sit with us or something. Well, we did kick a girl yesterday. And all three of them shrugged at them and left the room, moving in unison like a team of synchronized swimmers. Jared dumped his tray and jogged to catch up with them. As soon as they were out of earshot, Mai took my hands in hers and jumped up and down. You did it, Hannah! We got to sit at the popular table! I've been trying to do this for 2 years and you did it in 2 days! She dropped her hands and made a jokingly, I think, angry face. Main characters have all the fun. Yes, bring a nuclear-powered bulldozer to the fourth wall. You'll be in pairs painting a diorama or a papier-mâché lamp, anything postmodern, and then write a paper on design. Or don't, that works too. But remember, this project will count for 10%! That's a lot of percentages. Okay? The only response was bitter murmuring. Miss Shizuka often ended with, "Sound good," but she never cared about the answer. Alright, in the last few minutes of class, pick your partners and discuss your project plan. We'll continue next time. In a matter of seconds, almost all the desks in the classroom connected. I looked at Mai, but a girl, Mimi Santos, already claimed her. Mai frowned at me as if to apologize. Scanned the classroom for the few other people I met, finding them already paired. I was going to be the only one without a partner. Suddenly, the edge of the desk collided with mine.
Hey.
I guess we'll be working together. Pupagoo! PBG sat next to me with a cheeky grin. Didn't he sit on the other side of the room? How did he get his desk over here so quickly? No, I did a bad thing. I accidentally right clicked. I don't know my left from my rights. I leaned over to look past him. He'd left a gaping hole and several collapsed students in his wake. Seeing my gaze, he turned around. Oops, sorry. He waved sheepishly. A boy glared at him. Well, for better or for worse, we're partners. I guess we are. Sorry. Why are you apologizing? Wait, no, that's not what I meant at all. You're super smart. I'm just sorry you're stuck with me. You're pretty smart too, though. Right? Not that I knew. I guess. But I hate schoolwork. I don't care about it at all. 10% of our grade depend on this project. Oh, not that I'm going to make you do it all. I may not like school, but I'm not going to let someone else fail just because I think it sucks. I've been like that since I was a kid.
The girl got so mad, I learned my lesson.
He laughed and hit the desk and crinkling his nose. I didn't see what was so funny, but the way he was looking at me, it seemed like I should. I smiled hesitantly. He dropped, laughing, and frowned at me the same way he did yesterday. Do you like apple cider? I'm sorry? Or, pinball? Or, what about magnolias? I guess I do? You guess you do? But you... He sputtered, opening and closing his mouth like he was trying to eat the air. That's a good sentence. I searched for his face, wanting to help him out. He was clearly struggling. PBG leaned forward, looking into my eyes like he was deciphering a code. Really forward. So close I could see little brown flecks in his eyes forward. This is awkward. What? PBG moved away, his anxious look fading into a slight smile. Actually, don't worry about it. There have been a considerable lack of choices. Don't worry about it? I was brainstorming a subject for our piece, but you didn't have any strong reactions to anything, so I guess we won't be doing those then. Like hell. The bell rang and students started packing up. Oh no, we didn't get to pick a project. Oh, I'm sorry, that's my fault. I was messing around, but don't worry, I'll come up with something. Just leave it to me. He thumped his chest and got out of his chair, striking a pose and giving me a wide, reassuring smile. He shuffled his desk back to his side of the room and I packed my things away. I didn't understand what happened, but maybe it was better to forget about it? He didn't seem to want to explain. I left the classroom, thinking to wait for Mai, but instead PBG trailed me into the hallway. He cleared his throat and I turned to face him. I tilted my head back at an uncomfortable degree. He was tall, but he was scratching his neck, avoiding eye contact. So, you said you were fine at lunch, but are you sure you're okay? I mean, you were really freaked out yesterday, so... He crept its way into my face. No, I'm alright. As long as you're fine, if you need help with anything, you can rely on me, though. Especially since... The uncertain look crossed his face again. Well, never mind. Are you heading back to the dorms? Yes? Nice, me too. We can go together. Don't the boys and girls stay in separate dorms? What about the dorm for Apache attack helicopters, huh? I glanced in the classroom. I was still talking to Mimi, looking like she was about to rip the girl's head off. She wasn't going anywhere. Sure, let's go. But as we turned to leave, the hall we were in got interrupted by someone wearing a yellow and gray jacket. The rival club's jacket. Okay, is that Space Hamster? Yeah, that's definitely Space Hamster. I'm willing to bet you $20 that's Space Hamster. He's got the hair curl, he's got the beard. That's Space Hamster. That's 110% Space Hamster. My heart stopped. Standing before us was a tall man with cheekbones like no tomorrow. Didn't recognize him from our class, which means he was one of the other Hidden Block members. I don't know whether I should scoff at him or ignore him, but before I could do anything, PBG held out his hand for a high five. Hey, Jeff. I was right! Hallelujah! Mark this day on the calendar that Ultra Gamer finally did something right with his life. Hey, Jeff. Jeff returned the gesture, and the two locked into a conversation.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you pumped about the soccer match?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this day all summer.
Come on.
Are you busy? I'm trying to get the other team together right now for last minute practice. You in? I am so in. I have nothing to do for the rest of the day. Are my cleats still in your locker? Yep. Awesome, let's go then. Jeff briefly looked at me and pointed. PBG turned around, surprised I was still waiting. Oh, Hana! Sorry, I'll be in class tomorrow. I'm sure to bring my thinking cap.
He put on an invisible hat and gave me a thumbs up. Oh, wait! Do you want to come to our game? It's in a few weeks of the year. It would be cool if you came to watch us. Mostly me, because I'm the star player. Narcissism! Alright, no, get out of here, Microsoft Edge! I said go away. Oh, jeez. Oh, we have a choice. Finally. Of course, or I don't really like sports. Well, like tradition for the rest of the series, I think we're gonna go ahead and leave this decision for the next episode. That way people will have to come back to see my choice. I am a video producing genius! Yeah, so, this is gonna be pretty awkward, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.